whether he has to or not, and he has Eriksson dressed again, who played very well in Game 3, and he's only dressing 6 defensemen and has added another forward to the list, so he has 4 complete lines with which to work.
On the big screen here at Sports Arena, they had a shot of Scotty Bowman up there a moment ago explaining the boos from the crowd. Scotty is not the most popular here in the Rockies these days. He can handle it.
Just the way he likes it. Nobody talked about the game for 2 days, and it was an excellent hockey game. Bowman made the quote of the year when he said,
Detroit winning the face-off, is slipped in along the boards, back of the goal the other way, and slides to center.
When he said, what am I supposed to do? Not send a tape in so I can be friends with the opposing coach? That sums it up completely.
Maltby is number 18, dressed for Detroit tonight, went in after it. But it's cleared by Yell to the center ice area. In deep it goes. Detroit move it out. Just underway here in Denver. Red Wings trying to tie the series. Taylor moving up, intercepting a pass and clearing it in, but out it comes again. And the Avalanche dump it in. Lecision, the defenseman, before he hits center. And again, it's an icing call.
Well, let's have a look at the lineup that Mark Crawford going with tonight. He's got the same 6 defensemen as he's used in the first 3 games. He had to make a change, obviously, with Lemieux out, and he got Dave Hannon out. So Rene Corbeil and Troy Murray are in. They have not played in this series yet. Troy Murray's had a ton of playoff experience. 111 games in his career, 43 points. A smart, wily veteran. Colorado is his 5th NHL team. He won the Selke Trophy in 1986.
Face off to the right of Roy. Detroit win it again. And Fetisov is coming up unmolested. The backhander, big rebound set up. Red Wings pressing here. Foot hit his man behind the net, but it comes to Fetisov at the line again. And he shot it in back of the goal. Kozlov is covered by Adam Foote. Red Wings stay on top of it, but now Foote will gain some room to move to center, and he shoots it in. It's right in front of the net. Cleared back out by Larionov. Rink-wide pass to Primo. Shoots. Rebound. Another shot right out front. Kozlov. And he missed that attempt. 2 good chances for Primo. Avalanche move in. Kaminsky tied up by Larionov. And it's shot away by Kozlov down the ice. 2 minutes into the first period. No score. LePage trying to set up Keane. Missed him with a pass. And a puck ends up in the crowd to the left of Chris Osgood.
Well, no penalty because the puck hit the glass before it went out of play. Patrick Law, of course, admitted to everyone who might be interested that Game 3 was not his best. But when you look at his career numbers, he has not had many games in the playoffs where he played the way he did in Game 3. And as you mentioned, Bob, in the opening, don't look for him not to be pretty good tonight after coming off a bad outing.
6 goals, not his style. Detroit winning that game 6-4 and showing a lot of moxie, these Red Wings. The scratches they had to live with. Coffey out. Bob Erie gone. Came out and won it. Warlock covering up with Fedorov getting in close, but he didn't get a shot really. Just flipped to the wide of the net. Center ice, slammed in by McCarty. Avalanche move it as the Red Wings were changing. They have to hurry to pick them up. Shot in wide of the goal. Coming out the other side, the Red Wings move it through center ice. Drop back to Draper, low shot. Raw saw that one, was ready for it. Wasn't a hard shot. Red Wings have to get back on side. Avalanche move it out. Decision again up the center. And poked it down the ice. Osgood had to play it. Reichel centered one. That's intercepted by Cicerelli. He gets it away to center ice. Ozelich turning. Again, the Red Wings are changing. And they pick it off in the center ice area. Kringle fakes his shot. Then it was too late to make a move. Forsberg left it for Denmarsh. Coming in, shoots. Nice shot over the net. They stop it up the line. Adam Foote band on it. It's centered through the crease. Denmarsh had a chance. Rolled in front again. Good pressure by Forsberg, knocking it loose for Kamensky. With Forsberg on the boards, Kamensky coming in. Centered it. Oh, it's off the goal post. What chances? Kozlov lost it. Larionov lost it. Forsberg in center ice again. A great pass to Keane. But he's bumped. Keeps after it. Finally, Kozlov gets it out. Red Wings started the game with some pretty good chances. And the Avalanche are coming on strong right here. This one shot in by Clem wide of the net. Eriksson giving a bump back of the goal. Put him off stride. He's back on top of the goal and takes over. Young Anders Eriksson showing a lot of poise. He got caught there and he knew it. So he shot it away to take the icing. And they'll bring it back inside the Detroit line.
It's tough to shine on the football field, but it's easy to shot.
Saying it was imperative, in his opinion, to get off to a good start. And some good body checks and forechecking right there by Forsberg. And then watch Mike Keane give young Eriksson a little taste in the National Hockey League playoffs there. Forsberg's in a horrendous slump as far as goals are concerned. 1 goal in the last 8 games, but he makes himself known with good physical play.
Off to the left of Chris Osgood. No score first period, nearing the 5-minute mark. Linesman Jerry Poche drops it in. And the Red Wings win the draw and get it out of the zone. Pace is picking up a little now as they get the feel of it here in the early going of the first period. Through center ice, Maltby is stopped. Puck is lifted across the line. The Red Wings get it back out. Moving up on it. Fetisov now he has to come back to cover up. Young is after him. Young bumped the other Red Wing player, Konstantinov. Fetisov joining the rush and lost it in the center ice zone. Avalanche dump it in. The play is called on the offside at the Detroit line.
Well, Mark Crawford said that his team made too many mistakes in Game 3, and here are some things that they think they have to do to increase their chances of winning tonight. They didn't get enough scoring chances. They really haven't for 2 games. Forsberg, Kamensky, and Ricci are all in goal-scoring slumps. They made a lot of turnovers with fancy little plays in the neutral zone, and they got burned twice on them for goals. And Patrick Roy, as we've mentioned before, has got to be Patrick Roy and not the masked invader we don't know much about in Game 3.
Detroit has had 4 shots on goal so far. The Avalanche looking for their first. And we're nearing the 6-minute mark. And again, it's off the stick of Yell and into the crowd.
Well, Scotty Bowman's Red Wings were up against it, down 2-0 Thursday. No Coffey, no Erie, and Stevie Y not 100%. He dressed 7 defensemen, and his team played inspired hockey. Maybe a thought from Guy Fawkes, who was known for a few fireworks in his day, who once said, "A desperate disease requires a dangerous remedy." And Mr. Bowman gave his team that remedy.
Yzerman is on the ice now, number 19 for Detroit. Gets through center to get the pass. He couldn't handle it, just tipped it ahead to the Colorado line. Jumped in deep by Eriksson. Scotty Bowman likes him, like the way he played Game 3 the other night. Kearney is up, tipping it in front. Oh, made a big save. And the play is called, and Andy Van Hellemond calls his first penalty against Fedorov. Undoubtedly Goaltender interference, kept going in the wall, and now he's going to the box. And Scotty looks as if he's enjoying it, but believe me, he isn't.
Well, the big argument here is, was Fedorov tripped or guided into it? There he goes to the net. You can see Yui Krupp takes him, and Yui Krupp shoves him into the goaltender, Patrick Waugh, and I can certainly understand why there's a complaint on this one. However, Fedorov, although maybe not able to do it, made no attempt to get out of the way. But certainly, it was a shove by Krupp that caused the collision. Andy Van Hellemond is going to give the penalty to Fedorov. He played his best game, I thought, in the '96 playoffs Thursday night.
Not one of his better shots. There he is in the penalty box. Goaltender interference. First penalty of the game called by Van Hellemond. 6:10 the time. Colorado. Power play not clicking in the series. 2 for 14. Now that's 14.3% efficiency. That's not great.
No, but let's give some credit to the Red Wing penalty killers. They had a wonderful, perfect 0 for 28 against Winnipeg. They suffered a little bit against St. Louis, but they seem to have recovered that penalty killing ability here in the round 3.
Actually, penalty killing on both sides has been pretty good in this series. Doubling the power play. Let's see how the Avalanche do on this, the first of the game. And it goes to Sakic. Ripped the shot on the short side. Not much room, and the Chris Osgood hugging the post makes the save. That's the first shot on goal for Colorado.
Joe Sakic, with 71 shots in the playoffs, is enjoying a 4-game point streak. 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points. And with that wrist shot that we talked a lot about, he tests Osgood from a bit of a bad angle. Osgood gets out, stands square, and makes the save.
They win the face-off and get it back quickly. Not down at the line, and here's a break for Draper. They won't catch him. He missed the net, though. Draper just cruising away, and he's like lightning. And he was all alone with all kinds of time and couldn't pull the trigger on that. Habs move up. Shot. Osgood stopping that. Getting down on the rebound and covering up. 1:09 left in the penalty to Fedorov.
Well, early in this game, we haven't seen the pushing and shoving and goings-on after the whistle, and I think they all respect Andy Van Hellemond, and they know when the whistle blows, stop the crap. We saw too much of it the last game. Osgood makes a nice stop right there. But here's the breakaway, and it's a clear breakaway. He can coast in from the blue line. He tries to go to the short side, and it went off the shaft of the full stick above the hand of Patrick Waugh.
Just under the knob, and we're going to say that Patrick was just standing up here to hit just below that big knob on the stick. Avalanche keeping it in for Forsberg. Side of the net, Kamenski coming in. The backhander stopped by Osgood. Edmarsh gets it out front. Forsberg was in front, but here's Avalanche. Coming in, shoots. That's stopped. And the Red Wings get it out of there and down the ice. In the penalty. 45 seconds remaining. No score. Avalanche coming close. Sakic picks him up. Puck rolls back to Forsberg, banking it off the boards. Kamenski looking around. Forsberg is open. He gives it to him. Back to Kamenski. Right in front. Sakic is open. Red Wings cover up. The puck is loose. Now Osgood gets down on it. What a chance for 2 or 3 players to knock one home. But it's still scoreless with 19 seconds left in the penalty.
Well, the Avalanche power play looked pretty good here. They've had 4 superb scoring chances on the power play. And Osgood, or some good diligent defense work, has made the difference. You keep giving the Avalanche hot shots like Kamenski, Sakic, and Forsberg, and Ozolinsh these kinds of shots. It's just a question of time before it might go in. Smart play by Lidstrom. He covered the puck in the crease, but quickly got rid of it.
Face-off to the right of Osgood. They win the draw in there. The Avalanche. Group shot. Harmless it up along the ice and missed the net. LeFave with Corbeil. He's number 20. Into the lineup tonight and trying to set up one here. LeFave waits. Shoots. Osgood saw that. And Draper paid it away. The penalty is over. Fedorov is out of the box. And comes back in his own end to help out. Fedorov, number 91, takes a hit from behind by Corbeil. Red Wings bring it outside the line. Lidstrom dropping it. Yzerman's pass to Fedorov. He had to back up a bit at the line with Keane all over him. Now Bergevin in there to Yzerman. He's stopped in front of the net. Good play by LeFave. Colorado clear it down the ice. That's an icing call against the Avalanche. 8:45 gone in the opening period. Scoreless.
Introducing the new Pepsi Stuff catalog. Now, the more Pepsi you drink, the more great stuff you're going to get.
Sure beats the bus.
See the bear? Taste the food. See the bear? Taste the food. The Teen Burger, a specially seasoned patty covered with processed cheddar and crisp, smoky bacon. See the bear?
Scotty Bowman got rid of all the shakes after losing the first two at home. Dispelled any counts that the Red Wings were done, and he was right. They came back out here to Denver and won the first game 6-4. And a great effort by Detroit, no doubt about it. They could have folded their tents a little.
I don't think when you get 62 wins, 131 points, and got to the finals last year, the tent's going to come down too quickly. Had they lost, the tent would have been full of holes.
Well, there's a face-off now to the right of Patrick Waugh. Fedorov trying to dig it loose, but he's tied up. Keane did a pretty good job on him. And they get another opportunity with another face-off to the right of the net.
Well, I thought Sergei Fedorov had his best game of the playoffs in Game 3, and they need his production. And he had 4 assists and was dangerous almost on a regular basis. He leads the team in scoring in this round with 5 points.
Fedorov again tied up. And the shot from the line by Eriksson. 3 feet wide of the net. Avalanche get it out. Yell was upended trying to skate after it when he cleared it. No score, first period. Approaching the halfway mark. Clem dumps it in. Emmanuel went in there looking for it. But it's Fedorov back in his own zone right in front of the net with the pass. And Primo circling at center couldn't quite make contact. And it's nailed back in. Konstantinov stopped. Primo now getting it going. Up to Kozlov. He gets him with Primo. And the shot. Waugh saved that. Cleared to the line and Konstantinov's shot. That is blocked. There's a holding penalty call. Brad doesn't like it. You know, it's a call against Colorado. Adam Foote, the defenseman, will be coming this way to the penalty box, holding.
Well, when the puck went to the point, Adam Foote was left in front of the net without a stick. And so in order to make sure his man couldn't tip the point shot in by Konstantinov, he put the grip on him. And here it is right here. Loses a stick, and he's got a hold of Primo. Tough one to argue, that one. In Game 3, Detroit had a fair night on the power play.
2 of their 6 goals coming while enjoying the man advantage.
They've only scored 3 even strength goals in this series. 3 power play, 2 shorthanded.
Here we go. No score. First period. The Red Wings get their first power play opportunity in the hockey game. Wrapped in from the line by Fetisov. 3 Red Wings are on it quickly. Konstantinov. Pass into the corner. Red Wings outside the box. Coming in closer. Couldn't quite pick it up in front of the net. Cleared back out. And Konstantinov shot it away. Brown turning. Brown coming in with Primo dropping it back. Kozlov shot. Going for the short side and he missed. Fedorov takes it back along the boards. Pass is intercepted by Keane. And he rolled it up to the Detroit line. Fedorov is back there. And here he comes. Takes the pass. Dump one in wide of Patrick Roy's net. Ciccarelli to Yzerman, who's trying to get it back to Ciccarelli. And missed it. At the line. Lidstrom kept it in. Onside. Shot at the side of the net. Red Wings pass it around. Lidstrom and Fedorov. And a high shot deflected over the net. Colorado trying to pick up the Red Wings in there. That's not easy. They're moving around well. In front of Ciccarelli. He's tied up. Fedorov comes in from the line, was hit. And it's cleared back out by Yui Krupp. And Yell decided to fire one in. 30 seconds left in the power play. Detroit is scoreless in this, the first period of Game 4. And here's Lidstrom moving on. Good game. Game 3. Lidstrom on there again for the Red Wings on this power play. Only 10 seconds left on it, though. And the Avalanche will have killed it off with this shoot in. Sakic was in for checking. He's leaving the bench now. Penalty is over. Foot is on the ice. Waugh makes the save on the long shot. And the Avalanche move out smartly. Up the center. Ozelich dumps it into the Detroit zone. And Fetisov takes over back of the net. Forsberg was in after him. Red Wings get it out. And again, Ozelich. Out through center. That's broken up. Rolls back inside the line, and Denmark starts to play. Ozelich takes the hit. Colorado moving in. Forsberg tied up. Spun around in front of the net. Couldn't get a shot away. Red Wings clear outside the line. Back in for Colorado. And Osgood is going to hang on to this one. 7:26 left in the period. Still, no score.
Powered by partnership, driven by performance. The same motto that propels this rowing team to the top is the guiding principle at Dynamic Mutual Funds. Along with your independent financial advisor, you have a dynamic team of dedicated managers, partners, pulling together to achieve the only financial goals that really matter, yours. Dynamic Mutual Funds, your partner for dynamic performance.
Here's the 97 Escort. It's all brand new. We've got a sedan and a big wagon, too. Both have more power than they did in the past, with new four-door styling that's sure to last. Each have dual airbags if danger comes knocking, and new premium speakers that keep you rocking. Plenty of room and handsome good looks. The decision is easy. There's just one hook. With 2 cars this great, you'll have to think twice, for both sedan and wagon are exactly the same price.
Well, this guy used to be a coach here when Colorado was known as the Rockies. And they tell me they were having a great time, even though they didn't get this far in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But it was a hockey town then, and Don Cherry is going to reminisce a little bit for us tonight and Coach's Corner of his time here in Denver. That's McCarthy going up there for Detroit. It is centered, cleared on the boards and out. Clem trying to get something going for Colorado here. Puck went a little high off the helmet of Fedorov, and now Clem dumps one in on the net. And again, Osgood scooped it up, was very careful, waiting for help. And Fedorov shot it away to center. Here comes Foote. Up with Clem. He didn't see the pass come up behind him. And it's batted away, a hand pass, so that stops the play.
Canadian Tire has great prices on everything you need. Plus, earn Canadian Tire money with every cash purchase of merchandise. Canadian Tire. Everyday low prices made better.
A human outcry here in Colorado from the fans, the management, and the teammates of Claude Lemieux for being suspended for sucker puncturing Kozlov. Let's not forget Ty Domi got 8, Cicerelli got 3, and Stu Grimson got 2 for a very similar type felony.
6:35 left to play in the first period here in Game 4. Red Wings with an opportunity to tie the series before heading back to the Joe Louis in Detroit for the next game, which is number 5 on Monday. Colorado could really take a stranglehold on the series and a trip to the Stanley Cup final with a win here tonight.
Draper seems to be feeling better. Remember, he wasn't capable of playing at the start of this series, but has played the last couple of games. It looks like the old Draper.
In behind Jerry Gauthier, the linesman. A little jousting going on. I don't think he saw it, but he heard it. Talked to Ricci a bit. Draper knifing one up across center ice. Well, they had the face-off all right, but they kept at each other over there. Ricci
And Maltby.
and Maltby, number 18 for Detroit. They didn't want to stop.
It's a good move by Scotty Bowman, I think, to make a little change here. Here's what goes on. They're fighting for about 1/4 of an inch here. It isn't worth it, boys. Looks like 2 sumo wrestlers.
And play underway again. Shot in by Detroit. Taylor moving up with Fetisov, going in deep. And the Red Wings get it. Maltby centered it to the line. Shot along the boards and into the slot area where Ricci was expecting the setup. Couldn't get it out, though. Young turns in his own zone. Scott Young to Sakic. Ricci moving there, and he overskates it. Ricci seems to be into it no matter where he is. Now he's heading off. Red Wings back to come out. And Taylor stops at center ice. Took the hit from Denmark as he rolled it in. Colorado back again as Denmark. Over center, skating hard to the Detroit line, and he was nailed. Kaminsky moving up onto the Denmark. He gets a pass in front. Too high, and Foot shot is blocked. Good chance for Denmark. Kaminsky came close and flipped it wide. Back out for Fedorov through center. Down on the wing. Lidstrom joining the rush off the blocker of Wall. Colorado the other way. Under 5 minutes to play in the period. Yellow stop. And Fedorov will come up with a long shot. It doesn't reach the net. Off the stick and wide of the goal. Wall started the clearing play. Jumped ahead on the wing. Murray flipped one over the net. Now Detroit. Mariano. Kozlov is on the move. And Waugh saw him move up. He came out of the net, trying to cut off that setup off the boards in the corner. It's tipped in front by Kozlov. And Waugh makes his best save of the period. 4:25 left in the period. No score.
Over 500 yards. What would you suggest, Arthur? Position is very important on this one, sir. May I suggest the 9-iron? Excellent. 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 Well, Arthur? Still about 450, sir. Try the 9-iron. Excellent. Excellent.
If you can't afford all the equipment you need,
9-iron?
come to Play It Again Sports.
Excellent.
You can trade in used
9-iron.
sports equipment to get the best price on used or new golf clubs.
Excellent. Nice putt, sir.
Macmillan Bloedel is raising roofing to new heights. Semwood, an innovative combination of waste wood and cement, a technologically advanced alternative to traditional roofing materials. Semwood offers outstanding durability and long life and meets North America's strictest fire regulations. Semwood installs like wood, yet is 5 times stronger than conventional roofing. Another in the next generation of building products from Macmillan Bloedel, making the most of a renewable resource.
We are back in Denver, and so is Patrick Roy.
Well, he took a little trip out of the net here to field the shoot-in, but then he got fouled up, and Kozlov, who was looking for the diagonal shoot-in, nearly grabbed the puck and then nearly tipped one in, and that looked like an easy stop, but tip-ins are not easy.
Oh, that was a great save by Roy. That deflection from about 15, 20 feet to keep it scoreless. Red Wings won the draw, but nobody will move on it. Too late for Primo, and a puck is cleared out. Konstantinov shot one ahead. Kozlov spun around on a hit at center ice by Deadmarsh. Waugh careful this time, taking it off the glass behind him to his left. Deadmarsh the pass at center, just onside, and he dumps it in. Ramsey, Detroit's defenseman. And a loose pass at center. And Detroit will go back to pick it up. Ciccarelli gets a little roll. Poked at it nearing the Colorado line. Doug Brown nearly got in there. Here's a break. Pass it for Deadmarsh. Scores! Deadmarsh!
eligibility left for the Portland Winterhawks. Shows he can score in the NHL, and what a play by Joe Sakic. We know in the playoffs the hardest, the toughest part of the body. But Joe Sakic showed us that tenderness is in the hands. Here it is right here. He got Mike Ramsey to think that he was going to shoot it. And when Ramsey started over to cut him off, the pass went to Detmars, and Detmars put it in the roof for the goal.
Did he ever? Sakic and Lucian getting assists on the Detmars goal at 16:23. That makes it 1-0. Colorado. 3:27 left in the period.
July 2nd, they arrive. July 3rd, they attack. July 4th is Independence Day. The day we fight back. Starts Wednesday, July 3rd.
We're back. A 1-0 game now. Colorado drawing first blood. A shot from the point by Erickson. A couple of players in front of Roy. Murray back in his own zone, helping Adams, but it is cleared up to the line and not out. Ciccarelli shot blocked by Roy. Colorado finally pick it up and get it down the ice. Icing has been waved off. So Sakic gets going, and so do the Red Wings. Up near center ice, Johnson is stopped. Some open ice for Bergevin, but he didn't handle the pass cleanly. He wants to go to the bench. He gets there now as the Avalanche go back to pick it up and shoot it down the ice again, wide of the net. This time icing called against Colorado. Avalanche, they like to call them the Avs out here.
Well, the first goal of the game has been an alarming statistic for the Red Wings. When they score it, they're 8-2. When they don't in these 96 playoffs, they're 1-5. So a bad omen if you're a Red Wings fan, this early goal by Denmark.
Adam Denmarsh getting his 5th of the playoffs. Precision started the play. Second perfect setup at 16:23.
I had coffee with Brent Peterson, who coaches Portland and coached Denmarsh. He says he's the best kid he's ever coached.
Petty-Saw shoots. Oh, the right pad save. He looked good making that stop. Petty-Saw back to his own line to pick it up. Dangerous pass. Cross ice. 60 feet or so. But it's cleared down the ice by Detroit, and that's an icing call.
Steve Yzerman, one of the few NHLers who can elevate the performance of his teammates by his own play. For example, in Game 3, Detroit wins a must game. The team focuses up, the team passion's up, the team intensity's up. And Fedorov, his line mate, has the best game of the playoffs. Stevie Y talked to him between every wish. A leader has 2 vital characteristics. This tells you all about Yzerman. He's going somewhere, and he has the ability to persuade other people to go with him.
And he's watching Fedosov now get the faceoff back. Shot was deflected from Krupp at the blue line. Krupp knocked it down. That's a hand pass, of course. Fans thought maybe Krupp touched it with his stick after. He didn't knock it down with his hand. Stopping the play. It'll come outside the line with just over 2 minutes. 2:07 left in the period. 1-0 is the score. The Avs are leading. The Wings.
I like that name, Avs.
You like it?
No, I don't. You do.
No, wow. Avalanche.
Right, I know that.
Krupp. Up to the line. Just rolled it in, and Petty-Saw will take his time coming back. 4 Red Wings are back inside the line, circling with a big defenseman. Yzerman. Oh, here's a penalty being called. It'll be against Keane. He nailed his man. It was a McCarty at center ice with a high stick, and Keane is going to the penalty box.
Well, it was on the back check. McCarty was trying to get a step on him to get in on that rush, and Keane hauled him down. Let's have a look at it. Here's Keane, 25. He hit Petty-Saw, and now he comes and looks for his check. He finds him, 25, but he's lost his stride on him. And he gives him the stick, and he'll serve 2 or less for that.
It's an interference call against Mike Keane with 1:45 left in the period. No cut. They're trying to find one.
Part of the trainer's job these days.
Adam Foote goes back to his own net. Gets it out and down the ice. Avalanche are leading 1-0. Denmarsh has scored the only goal of the period, and there's Fedorov moving up, getting by everybody, and then he's nailed. But here's a shot. Ross stopped it. Larionov can't find it at the side of the net. Colorado moving ahead. Sakic tried to set one up. He was knocked down. Fedorov was nailed. He stick handled by about 3 checkers. And the 4th got him. Hard. Lefebvre. Lost it in the corner. Larionov coming out in front of the net. Now the pass to the line. Lidstrom, his shot, hit a skate wide of the net. Red Wings looking to tie the game before the period is out. 40 seconds left in the period. Power play Detroit. Yzerman went out. The headgear takes the shot. Loose puck there for a moment, but only a moment. Wall covered with Ciccarelli, always present.
Oh, we know Ciccarelli's going to bivouac in the crease on the power play. All 5 of his goals in these 96 playoffs have come on the power play. And you're going to see Patrick Roy lose his stick here and have to freeze the puck with his glove hand. And Forsberg coming back, and he really gets a hold of Fedorov after Fedorov made the nice pass. You're right, Bob. Fedorov had beaten 3 guys, but in the process set him up for the body check.
And Forsberg just seems to love that kind of game. This young man can do it all. Peter Forsberg, 28 seconds left in the period. It's out over the line. 1-0, Colorado. Young doing a pretty good job on Fetisov around the net. 16 seconds. Enough time maybe to get down for one more rush. It's hammered in there by Doug Brown. Fetisov had to move up. Took a chance. It was cleared by him down the ice. And the period comes to a close with the puck in the Detroit zone on the stick of Konstantinov. And the capacity crowd enjoying that first period. Why not? They get the only goal. That's scored by Deadmarch from Sakic and Lecision at 16:23. Coming up, Don Cherry in the coach's corner. So the score after one period, 14-7, the shots in favor of the Red Wings. Colorado 1.
All posts, Alpha 1 has left the elevator and is proceeding through the lobby.
With Quebec, now Colorado. And looking for a berth in the Stanley Cup final, the Red Wings on the power play for another few seconds. Just 3 left on this power play. Now none. Keane is out of the box. Up to center, Primo. Tipped it ahead. 1-0 Colorado with the only goal in the game. High shot for one. A little trouble with that one. And in this rink, they were telling us, Harry, it's tough to pick up the long shots quickly. Deadmarch got the goal from Sakic and Lecision at 16:23. The shots, Red Wings, 2-1 margin.
Well, 2 very veteran defensemen, Fetisov, 38 years old, Ramsey, 35. 5 minutes and 4 minutes in a bit each one of them. That's a lot less time than they played in Game 3. Fetisov told me he was not the oldest player in the National Hockey League, as I accused him of that in Game 3. Joe Mullen is.
Detroit winning the draw, and the long shot is off his skate and wide of the net. Cleared out quickly by Keane. Yell in on the boards. Bump there, allowing Fedorov to get around the net and look for some skating room. He'll find it coming in. Got over the line. The pass ahead to McCarty. 2 Avalanche on him. Yell and Lefebvre. Yzerman back of the net. Couldn't get a shot through to the goal. Yzerman again tapped it back. It's Bergevin missing it at the blue line. So the Red Wings have to get back on side. They'll make changes now as Lefebvre goes back to pick it up. Nobody open, and he finds somebody. Ricci at center. Cleared it up to him. And a penalty coming up as Young was stripped. Trying to go in to set up Ricci, who had gone to the net. And Draper is coming off.
Well, it's a from-behind hook. Kind coaches don't like, and it's not easy to start the second period. You're down by 1. You can see that Young was really going nowhere. Lidstrom, number 5 here, had him. So I'm sure if Draper had a chance to do that again, he wouldn't have hooked him.
1:22 the time of this penalty, so it's the man advantage once again for Colorado. They're leading 1-0. Sakic shoots. Stop. Another shot. Stop. Osgood making 2 dazzling saves as the Avalanche win the faceoff inside the line.
Joe Sakic, right off the faceoff, shot that 32-footer from the top of the circle, and it was right on, and then Young gets another chance right on, and Osgood wisely freezes the puck.
Ricci will stay on. He's been pretty good on these faceoffs. Young is to his left, and Sakic the rim of the circle in from the blue line. Ricci got tapped with a high stick that time before the puck was even dropped. Kevin Collins warned them. Yzerman and Ricci now will be thrown out. Sakic is in with Primo. So 2 more good ones. Sakic won the draw. Forsberg from the blue line. Ahead to Sakic. Quick white pass, quick shot, low one. Next up, that's good. Very sharp on this power play by Colorado. Forsberg. No shot that time. Landing on it was Ozolich. The Red Wings will lift it away down the ice. In the penalty. 35 seconds gone. Colorado already with 2 or 3 pretty good scoring chances. Detmarsh couldn't move on it. Again, Detmarsh trying to pick it up. The play is whistled down. And the face-off is going to be just inside the Detroit line.
Well, Joe Sakic is producing some points, but in this series, but Forsberg and Kamensky have had an awful time, not only in this series, but in the tail end of the last one. And they are players that have gone a long time without scoring a goal, and yet they were 3 and 4 in the scoring race for Colorado. So if they could ever get going, the Red Wings would be faced with 2 more problems that they haven't had to face yet in this series.
Only the second power play of the game for Colorado. Goal came on even strength. Kamensky, a hard shot. Whistled high over the net. Trying to hit that right corner. Sakic turns. Leaves it for Kamensky. Trying to hit Ozolich with a pass. And Ramsey shoots it down the ice. 40 seconds left in the power play. Colorado trying to make use of it now. They're leading 1-0, looking for another here. They're up. Flipped in on the boards, back to the net. It is Forsberg. Nobody open at the point. Forsberg turning. Waits. Side of the net with a pass. Detmarsh was in close. And Detroit will intercept and get it out of there. Down to center. Larionov. Fetisov back to him. Right in. Waiting. Waited too long. Gets a penalty call, though. Larionov had maybe too much time.
Boy, Taylor really gave it to Rene Corbe on that play, although I do think an original penalty was being called on the Colorado Avalanche. And perhaps another one will be called, or right as the whistle went, Taylor gave Corbe a little bit of a hickory sandwich.
Well, Detmarsh was the first penalty, and now Taylor will join him.
Here's the original penalty coming up right there. And you're right, Larionov couldn't find the handle. And right here is the second penalty. Taylor and Corbe collided. Corbe down, no helmet, no gloves, no stick.
And in 5 seconds, Draper's penalty will have expired. Van Helleman, the veteran. Steve Yzerman, the veteran.
I'm willing to bet Steve Yzerman is saying, Andy, you didn't see the Corbe-Taylor collision because you were in the process of watching the puck, and it was away from the puck. And Andy's saying, you see these ears, Steve? I can see out of them. And I did see it. Andy Van Helleman, the most senior referee in the National League. And if you ask most coaches, the one they would like to see walk into the rink with his equipment bag if it's a big game.
He has done quite a few 7th game and deciding games in Stanley Cup play.
Here's Scotty Bowman saying, I've critiqued many referees over the years, and now they've got the captain and now the assistant captain pleading with Andy to change his mind. A fruitless exercise, to say the least.
Detmarsh high sticking. Taylor high sticking. 3:16 the time of these penalties. Scotty not done yet. 1-0 is the score. We are in the second period. The only goal in the game scored in the first by Detmarsh from Sakic and Lucian. In 16:23, Steve Yzerman quarterbacking. Colorado winning the faceoff. They're coming out. Draper now will leave the box. Detroit's penalty over. Draper. They are 5 aside again, and Detroit line up 3 of them to come out. Not taken cleanly by Draper. Primo moving up. Primo gets in, low shot. Fans thought maybe an offside was coming. It was just onside. Detroit. Yzerman shoots. That's stopped. Big rebound. It's slammed loose. And the whistle is blown again by Van Hellemond, and another penalty coming up against the Avalanche. Adam Foote.
How to speak Australian. Fertilizer. Beer. Foster's. Australian for beer. How to speak Australian. Remote control. Beer. Foster's. Australian for beer.
This child is choking. Do something. If you don't know what to do, we can teach you. This man is having a heart attack. Do something. If you don't know what to do, we can teach you.
Dream.
Yzerman had a great opportunity to score here, and in front of the net, you're going to see 5 Gusarov put the grab right here on Ciccarelli. Once you take the one hand off your stick, the urge is almost impossible to turn down to use your loose hand to hold someone.
Detroit on the power play again. They're 0 for 2 in the game, 3 for 18 in the series. Would like to improve on both marks here, trailing the Avalanche 1-0. Nearing the 4-minute mark of the second period. Yzerman wins the draw for Fedorov. His pass to Lidstrom to Fedorov. And it goes. Larionov. And the jumping in back of the net for Ciccarelli is pounded. Yzerman got it back. Fedorov had to hurry a pass. Got it in there to Larionov. He and Yzerman get together. Yzerman skates away from his check by Keane. Waits. Trying to draw Keane. Does enough for Fedorov. Scores! Shooting the puck from inside the line. Might have been tipped in front, and if it was, you can bet Ciccarelli will be in on it.
I think you're right, Bob. Ciccarelli tipped a Fedorov point shot, and it eluded Patrick Law. A nice cross-ice pass by Steve Yzerman to Fedorov right here. Watch 22 Ciccarelli move over and gets his stick on it like he so often does and deflects it past a helpless Patrick Law.
Boy, he's good at that.
If you wanted a description of the rear end of Ciccarelli, Patrick Law could paint a beautiful picture. He's looked into it the whole series.
Grapes featured a little highlight of Ciccarelli in our pregame show, and you saw how he got a goal the other game, tipping one in. And here's another, and a big one it is, from Fedorov and Yzerman. A power play goal for Detroit. Ciccarelli, his 6th goal of the series. Now the game is tied, 1-1. Ramsey all caught up. Can't keep it in. Sakic is racing away. Sakic gets over the line and then lost it. Detroit get a break. Poked in, wide of the net. Wall out. A break from the center ice. Johnson getting a chance and didn't get turned around in time to get a shot. Wall made the big gamble. It turned out to be the right one. Johnson saw him come out and just poked it. Hoping to hit the net empty behind him. But he missed. Fedorov and Ciccarelli. Fedorov has spun around. Ciccarelli got it back to Konstantinov. Along the line it goes. And it's fired off the boards and in again. Kozlov goes down. He goes right on. Colorado backing up a little bit now against the Red Wings, who are coming on. They tied the game on a power play goal. And they're in again, 2-on-1. Kozlov in the slot. He shoots, put it high and over the net. He saw Waugh start to go down and tried to put it in high, but he went too high with it. Cicerelli and Primo for Detroit. Cicerelli is taking a pounding in there. And he can take it. Big Gusarov and little Cicerelli on the boards. And Cicerelli without the helmet is still fighting for it till finally Andy Van Hellemond says, enough is enough. I gotta give you a break here, Dino.
Oh, they pack a big heart into a small uniform when Dino Cicerelli gets in there. The one thing Dino can do, as well as any forward in the league, especially among the smaller ones, take his stick off the puck, take the hit, then put his stick back on the puck. And they have a tough time knocking him over. Patrick Waugh waltzes out of the net and takes what looks like a goal as Johnson did the only thing he could do. He tried to tip it by the Patrick Waugh, who'd come out 35 feet out of his net. Johnson did not have time to stick handle by him. So Patrick gambled and won.
Power play goal by Cicerelli has tied it up here in the second period. 1-1. Detmark scoring for Colorado in the first. Fedorov giving chase against Krug. Got there ahead of the big defenseman and shot it back to the net at the blue line. Battling for it, and he gets it out. Fedorov again shooting along one end. That's nowhere near the net. The Red Wings hope to pick it up off the boards. They do not. And it's loose in there. Nobody saw it for a moment. Now the Avalanche scoop it out. Bergevin will come back. Colorado changing. Carney missing the pass. Young backs it up in his own zone to Foot. Tipped at center ice, and the Red Wings shoot it in again. We are nearing the 7-minute mark of the second. A 1-1 tie. Game 4. Red Wings bring it back in. Draper would have been offside had he played it. Maltby had shot it in. Maltby trying to force Foot to go back. He gets a little help from Lefebvre, and he rolled it out to center ice, and now intercepted by Ricci. Shot it in there, score! I think it hit the crossbar. I don't think it went in. The red light didn't go on. Everybody in the building thought the puck was in the net, but I'm going out on a limb. I think it hit the crossbar.
Andy Van Hellemond ran over and told Osgood it hit the bar that goes from the crossbar back to the back of the net and came out. But we will go upstairs to the video goal judge, who will rectify this doubtful situation very quickly.
The off-ice officials are from Los Angeles, and the red light was not put on. Now we're going to watch it. Up.
Yes,
that was in.
The giveaway right here gave the 2-on-1. A lovely pass by Ricci, and then the soft hand and low panic level of Joe Sakic makes it 2-1 Avalanche.
Well, on the play from where we are now, we are down inside the far blue line, and Andy Van Hellemond was, of course, up on the play, going as fast as ever. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Joe Sakic gets the goal at 7:20. Tough to call from here, but we've got our Hockey Night in Canada crew on the spot. And you saw it, no mistake. It's 2-1. Sakic in on this goal. He set up the first one, scored by Denmark. He gets this one from Ricci. That was a great play by Ricci, by the way, to set it up. Here's another chance. This one is tipped by Fetisov and into the crowd. Sakic's 15th of the playoffs. At 7:20 of this second period, and the Avalanche are ahead again. Nice pass by Ricci to Joe Sakic.
I waited for him every Saturday. He never once let me down.
Hi, Mr. Richards.
Took me to every game. Always waited to take me home. He still likes to watch the kids play. But now it's his turn to be given a lift.
Bye, Mr. Richards.
Bye, Mr. Richards.
Tried, tested, and true.
To play well is to leave a mark. On the field, on the earth, upon others. And playing well leaves a mark on you. You're gonna get thirsty. That's why there's Gatorade. Because as long as you're making your mark, you don't want to be drinking something that messes it. Life is a sport. Drink it out.
Nicholas Lidstrom was the Red Wing that gave the puck away on a clearing pass out of his own zone, as you're going to see right here. And Mike Ricci intercepts it. Then he grabs it, and as you mentioned, Bob, makes a heads-up pass to Joe Sakic, who puts it in without any trouble at all.
You were around when they first brought in the Art Ross nets. The puck always stayed in.
Yeah. Well, it used to be loose then, remember? And they tightened the netting up so the puck wouldn't sit on the back of it when it came off the boards on a wide shot, and you'd have to delay the game. So they solved one problem and created the other. Yes, Art and I were close friends.
Puck is lifted in high. The wall, he's under it, and makes the catch.
Well, this has been a hard-fought, sensibly played game. We've seen very few scrums after the whistle. I think Andy Van Helleman earns the players' respects and knows not to do that. And nothing like the routine we saw last night from Miami, where the game took forever to play with a million post-whistle scuffles and a big post-game scuffle.
Face off deep in the Colorado zone to the right. Left, correction, of Patrick Waugh. And Fedorov will try to hook it back to the point. Tied up his man, but couldn't get a skate on it. Yell and a stick in front of him. Shot down the ice. Back there is Keane. Slammed off the boards and stopped at the line by Huey Krupp. Fired a low shot in. Wide in the net. And the Red Wings shoot it down the ice. That's an icing call.
Well, you remember last night, Bob, in Miami, after the game was over, we had a complete scuffle among the 12 skaters that were on the ice as the final whistle went. There will be an NHL hearing tomorrow to decide whether there will be any suspensions at all. Since Gerald broke his nose when he took a butt in from Dave Roach, I would suspend all 12 players that got involved when the game was over for one game and teach everybody a lesson. When the game ends, so does the crap.
Commissioner Neal.
That's why I'd only have the job for a day. I only
Back to the line. A long shot is knocked down in front of the goal. Kaminsky ripped one. That's knocked down in front of Osgood. 2-1 hockey game. Colorado in front, and Detroit pick it up. McCarty will come out. He's joined by Bergevin. Back to McCarty. A low blast off the target. McCarty looking for it behind the net, and he does a great job getting it out front. Taylor had a terrific touch in the loose puck. And the penalty will be called against Colorado. Detroit trying to pound one in. The wall is covering up. And now the penalty comes. It'll be a Detroit power play.
Don't play around with high prices. Come to Canadian Tire, your summer sports headquarters, and save on a huge selection of top-name sports equipment.
McCarty
2 or 3 excellent opportunities by the Red Wings here. McCarty picks the pocket of Avalanche. Taylor gets a great chance. McCarty gets up and gets another chance. And of course, usually when there's a scramble this long in front of the opposing net, we see a penalty, and there it is.
Murray for slashing. 9:19 of the second period, setting up a Detroit power play. And they are trailing 2-1. Fedorov, quick shot. He got that too high. Yzerman hangs on to it. He's checked. Now he gets it loose back off the boards to the line. Takes it again. Yzerman moving to the net. Looking at the net, had a hunch. Now winds up to Fedorov. And he missed. Kept in by Lidstrom, a good play. Up to Yzerman again. Yell watching him. Yzerman gets it over in front. Shot doesn't get to the net. Yzerman again. On the board. Worked it back. Lidstrom. Now with the coverage in front of the net. Going to be a penalty called. Cicerelli. And maybe he'll be joined. We're going to wait on that. Yeah. Andy Van Hellemond has decided. He's seen all the work in front of the net. And they'll both go.
Well, I can see why Dino Cicerelli's arguing. He has every right to stand in front of the net and even can stand in the crease if he wants to. He can't bump into Patrick Waugh. But he tried to maintain positions here. Watch Patrick give him the old separator right between the legs there. That'll get your attention anytime. And Cicerelli hasn't done anything illegal yet. And Adam Foote wants him out of there. And so the battle goes on. A nudge from Patrick Waugh, another separator, and there's another separator, and finally, Andy Van Hellemond had watched enough, and Foote and Cicerelli will serve penalties.
So they both go. They earned the rest.
Yeah, they sure did. Boy, you gotta be tough to stand in there and take that kind of abuse. Cicerelli is.
9:56 gone in the second period. Avalanche 2, Red Wings 1. Colorado leading in the series 2-1. Winning the 2 at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. Red Wings 6-4 win here Thursday. Looking to tie the series as Primo comes in. Waugh covers, Primo get going. 3 Avalanche come over and they're joined by the man in the striped shirt, Andy Van Hellemond. And nothing further develops.
Well, Primo tries to snake by and declare, and he can't get away from Gusarov, and the puck goes to Patrick Waugh, and Primo takes a bit of a shot at picking it from under the hands of the goaltender Waugh.
Cicerelli's penalty, by the way, was called for goalie interference. Foote for cross-checking. Off again to the left of Patrick Waugh. Hammered away by Fedorov. Down the ice. Shot back in, and Waugh will leave it at the side of the net for Lefebvre. He's shooting down. He does. In the power play, 45 seconds. Red Wings start out. Again, it's Fedorov. Finding Primo. Johnson is with him, but he couldn't get the puck over to him. Fedorov back. Yell doing a pretty good job helping to kill these Colorado penalties. Was all over the Detroit rusher. Again, it's flipped to the center ice area. Penalty is down to 18 seconds now. Turning back is Johnson. Out of the net, Waugh. McCarty in there, poked it loose. Konstantinov stopped it at the blue line. Again, he shoots it. That missed the goal. And Lefebvre does not get it out on the first attempt. Murray is out of the penalty box. Boy, he has something going. He went after the Detroit defenseman Konstantinov right from the penalty box. Then he headed off to the bench on a change. We'll be back.
The problem's obvious. You need a new muffler. And now, for a limited time at Canadian Tire, get 1/3 off all MotoMaster mufflers for all cars and light trucks. And when installed by Canadian Tire, they're guaranteed for as long as you own your vehicle. Now that's one deal that looks as good as it sounds. Canadian Tire, everyday low prices made better.
The Olympics are only a few weeks away. And when you buy an official Olympic cap at McDonald's for only $6.99, 50 cents goes to help send the Canadian Olympic team to Atlanta. They're great looking, but unfortunately... not quite what approve.
Closed captioning of tonight's game is provided by 120 locally owned Apple Auto Glass dealers.
Back in Denver with Peter McNabb in Don's happiest days when he had all kinds of Bull Terriers in Boston. You were a 42-goal man for him.
I was one of 11 20-goal scorers that year. Don said I was his golden retriever. He said, and I'll tell you, I got some stories about him that, you know, as far as the doghouse, I lived in that thing.
He was proud of you. What about Joe Sakic in the Avalanche?
Well, I think the big thing for Joe Sakic is, you know, all those years he would go back to everyone and say, well, can they do it in the big games? And boy, I'll tell you, every night, the big game, Sakic is doing it, and he's leading this club. He's become one of the big leaders in this team.
Thanks a lot, Peter, and I know your dad, Max, is here enjoying it, too, as a former Red Wing, part of those great championship teams. All the best to you.
You betcha.
Avalanche on the attack. There's Sakic backhanding the puck on the boards in the corner. Comes back along the boards to Young. He kept it in for Ricci and Sakic. They're outfueled. Red Wings moving ahead. Cleared out of the zone by Taylor down the ice. Wow, very cool, but the pass is way inside the line. And Colorado in to pick it up first. No icing. Deadmarsh. Kamensky. Forsberg. This is a big line for Colorado. But it's McCarty getting away. Doesn't get too far, but the Red Wings keep going. Weak backhander by Sakic. Or rather, Yzerman, and Sakic knocked it away. Into the crowd again. Souvenir of this Saturday night here in Denver. Harry was telling me they have 300 days a year of sunshine, and then he moved into town, and it's been 3 days of rain.
Yes, it has not been a nice day. I know the Rocky Mountains are around here somewhere, but we haven't had a chance to look at them. We can't see the outskirts of town. However, when you get in the rink, it's a different story. Two teams battling hard to see if they can get to within 4 games of winning the very elusive Stanley Cup.
And the face-off is going to come in the center ice area. 7:15 left in the second. Avalanche 2. Detroit 1. Sakic scoring here in the second after Cicerelli had tied the game on a Detroit power play.
Well, the Colorado Avalanche have had an awful time in this series getting many goals and many shots on goal. And here they're sitting with only 11 shots on goal with 7 minutes left in the second period. It's amazing that they are up 2-1 and are up in this game and are up 2-1 in the series. And I'm sure Mark Crawford would like to see more shots from Forsberg and Kamensky especially.
That is Ramsey trying to lift one in. He did get it by everybody. Giving Detroit an opportunity to change them up. Eriksson didn't see the hit coming. It really was a tough one by Forsberg. And Forsberg is in there again for Colorado. Red Wings move it down. They'll get a 2-on-1 quickly. Mariano on a stop. Big play by Kucherov. He gets it out. Now Forsberg on the receiving end of a hit from Eriksson. Detroit move in. Kozlov slipped away from a hit. Now gets nailed by foot. 2 Red Wings go down. Forsberg in there rough and tough again. Konstantinov at center ice. finally sees it and turns with Kucherov. Back to foot. It's Draper forechecking. Konstantinov standing up at center ice. They cut off the Avalanche near center. Now Brown, centered one. Law saw Denmark come back. No problem. And the Red Wings turn it back in. Johnson coming in. Gets up. Goes around the net with it. All the way to the far side. Now centered it. Brown shot. Couldn't get much on it. He was checked too quickly. Red Wings keep the heat on, though. Bergevin. That's deflected and missed the goal. Denmark will get it out of there. Saw Sakic open on the wing. A little bit too far for him. Not as good as out. And left it there for Eriksson. Shot it away. The Red Wings move it to center.
Go, 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 go.
That's Eriksson, number 34. And logging plenty of ice time for Scotty Bowman. Coffee not dressed for 2 in a row.
No!
5 minutes and 5 seconds left to play. Second period, Denver, Colorado. The conference final. Colorado leading the series 2-1. The Red Wings trying to knot it up before heading home to Detroit.
At Chrysler, we see in every Olympic athlete the very qualities that inspire us. Skill, pride, and that burning desire to go faster, soar higher, and become stronger. At Chrysler, we're not just building cars, we're building Canada.
Summer sounds good, but it could sound even better. Oh, yeah. The Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event. You could win the ultimate electronic playroom. A Bang & Olufsen audio system. A Sony TV. A compact Rosario. A cool phone and a Walkman. Thousands of prizes to be won.
Look for specially marked cases or for entry without product purchase. Call 1-800-225-8255. Must be of legal drinking age.
So listen up this summer. The Coors Light Talking Can
And Cap event sounds good. I hear you.
Come back to Denver, Colorado. We're in the second period, and with this is done after 40 minutes in our second intermission tonight. Our satellite hot stove, Al Strachan, Jim Houston, John Davidson, and of course, Ron McLean. That's coming up in our second intermission. Scotty Bowman trying to get things going and looking for a tie before this 20 minutes is done. It's Avalanche 2, Red Wings 1. Ed Marsh in the first. Cicerelli tied it on a power play. Sakic, the go-ahead goal for Colorado. And under 5 minutes left.
And the players are scraping the snow that Patrick Law has accumulated beside the net. It may stop a little pass out from behind the net or a rolling puck that could go into the net. Usually that's the referee's job, not the opposing team.
Face off to the right of Wall. Kucherov in a hurry to beat Larionov, and they get the puck out. Nemo was held by foot. He could not get back onside. Couldn't touch it, so that's an icing call.
Well, we got all kinds of people here in Denver, Colorado for the long American Memorial Day weekend. Plenty of out-of-towners. Tickets were awfully tough to get to this game, but you can see in the baseball hat there, Don Johnson, former star of Miami Vice. Where was he when they needed him last night in Miami? Craig Stadler, one of your idols, is here, Bob. I saw you giving him some pointers just after game 3.
Well, we met a few years ago. We had a little chat last night. I don't know what he wanted to know, but I wanted to know why he was here to hockey. He loves it.
Well, he followed L.A. You remember that year they got to the final? Wouldn't you like to be able to hit him like he can?
Oh. But he can't putt. I left him with that one. I don't think anybody can.
Fedorov. Keep him outside as much as possible. Not an easy chore, mind you. Knocked down now. Back up again. Purdy shot it in back to the goal. Yzerman working it loose. Yzerman stays on his feet. He and Fedorov now. It's cleared back in front of the net, but intercepted and flipped down the ice by John Quinn. That's Keene. Trying to roll one in front. He stopped. Keene goes flying. A little more physical now with the second period winding down. Under 4 minutes. Stopped at the line by Gusarov. Kept it in. Forsberg was cruising in there, but covered. And Larionov hits it out. Colorado, Gusarov shooting a long one in. Edmarsh on the boards. Hooked it away with a skate. Now he's bumped by Lidstrom. Kaminsky comes in to dig it out. Konstantinov covers him. Kozlov didn't see it. The Red Wings pick it up. And they get it out to him. Kozlov moving up over the line. Trying to set up Primo. Pass in front of him. And the Avalanche cleared again. Edmarsh made a nice play. Kaminsky, though, lost it. Fetisov turning back. Primo tried to go in and was stopped. Fetisov turns back. It's knifed at the line, but stopped by Gusarov again. And once more, Sakic takes over. Poked off his stick by Cicerelli. Now the captain just flipped it to center ice. Gusarov takes it away. Sakic ahead of him. Couldn't knock down the high pass. It goes all the way for an icing call against Colorado. 2 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the second period.
July 2nd, they arrive. July 3rd, they attack. July 4th is Independence Day. The day we fight back. Starts Wednesday, July 3rd.
One thing you have to like about Forsberg, he's in a scoring slump, but the rest of his game has improved. Those are the kind of players you win with.
17:39. That's the mark of this period. 2-1 to score. Colorado with that one-goal spread on Detroit. So a close one tonight. 6-4. The other night, Red Wings winning it. Huey Krug from his knees trying to shoot one in. Two Red Wings. Lake George gets out over the line. Great burst met by Ricci. And now Bergevin. Up to Brown. To try to take it from behind and couldn't hold on to it. Decision gets it ahead. Young is racing away with Ricci on his right. Sakic on his left. He didn't waste any time driving the shot in on the goal. Chris Osgood made the save. And Ricci again. He's causing a few problems for these Red Wings tonight.
There's a Red Wing player, Fetisov, down in front of the net. And as the argument between Ricci and Bergevin, I guess it is, Fetisov was nailed somehow, and he hasn't got up. Andy Van Hellemond was too busy watching the other skirmish to have any idea what happened to Fetisov. Scott Young and Fetisov were dueling to the left of Osgood. And take a look at the right-hand side of the screen. Fetisov made a nice play to get Young out of the way. And then Young gives him a headbutt right in the nose as Andy Van Hellemond is going in to try and break up the other problem between Ricci bomb right in the bugle.
I think he's going to go to the bench. It looked as if he'd turn and stay on, but
He has to go. If the trainer comes out, he has to go to the bench.
Trainer had gone out. That's right. Turned and went back. So now Fetisov joins him. And the Red Wings line up to the right of Osgood. 1:38 left in the period. 2-1. Avalanche. Lidstrom back to the goal. Out to McCarty. Easy pass to intercept for Lefebvre. So back in she goes. Ramsey to Fedorov. Good play up to McCarty. He's waiting for Fedorov to catch up. Trying to relay the pass back to him. Colorado Avalanche get it out. 1:10 left in the period. Game 4 at Denver. With the Avalanche leading the series 2-1, winning both at the Joe Louis Arena.
Well, you get the impression that this game's in overtime already. Colorado Avalanche being very, very cautious, dumping the puck into the center zone almost every time, and then just trying to get it deep if they got nothing going on the rush. And what they are doing is they are hoping the Red Wings will open up just a little bit, make a low percentage play, turn it over, and then they'll convert the turnover into a goal.
Shots 21-12. Favor of Detroit. That's to this point in the second period. With under a minute left in it now. 2-1, Colorado leading. Detroit back to Kaminsky. Kaminsky goes after his man in the corner, ties him up, and the puck rolls loose. Forsberg cut him behind the net, hoping it would come in there, but Konstantinov got it out to Cicerelli. He can't get too far, but there's a penalty being called against Detroit now. Something happened very close to where the referee was moving, and a high stick is the indicator. Waugh had gone to the bench. Oh, there's going to be more than just a minor penalty now.
Cicerelli's getting the unsportsmanlike penalty. He missed a valuable opportunity to hold his tongue, and now will serve 2 for the original slash and 2 more for disputing too seriously the first penalty. Now he thought he got slashed. Here it is right here. Detmarsh wraps him across the arm, and Cicerelli cannot resist the retaliation penalty as he whacks one off the helmet of Detmarsh, and then to compound the problem, gives another 2 for unsportsmanlike. They're picking up part of the stick that was involved in one of those 2 slashes, and or maybe he chipped the helmet, Cicerelli did. But Cicerelli got hurt, got slashed before either one of those penalties occurred. But you simply cannot retaliate. It must be the most difficult assignment to give a player under these circumstances, but the retaliator is always caught.
Comes with 29 seconds left in the second period. 19:31 the time of the penalties to Dino Cicerelli, who has been a big part of the Red Wings machine in this hockey game. 2 for high sticking, and then a further 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Tough time to take the penalties, but down the ice it goes, right to Waugh. He almost moved too quickly on that one. Here's the time remaining. 18 seconds now. Colorado moving up. Forsberg taking his time, gets it up to Ricci. Ricci along the boards, he's stopped, but it's Forsberg trying to bring it in. Only 7 seconds to get a scoring chance. They will not. Waugh stopping this, and the puck runs out. Horn goes to end the second period at the McNichols Sports Arena in Denver, Colorado. Scotty seizing another opportunity to talk to the officials. That's a relay, I'm sure, from Kevin Collins to Andy Van Hellemond, the referee. And coming up in our second intermission, stand by for our satellite hot stove. Al Strachan, Jim Hewson, John Davidson joining Ron McLean after 2 periods. Avalanche 2, Red Wings 1.
You know, when Patrick has been in the league for 10 years, there's not much you can do, but, you know, he's a lot more focused today, and he's very sharp. And when Patrick is focused, he's very tough to beat.
Well, we're back, ready for the third period here in Denver. In the second, Ciccarelli tied the game, and Sakic gave Colorado a 2-1 lead at 7:20. The shots in the second, only 7-5, a total of 12 in the period by both teams.
Colorado's only got 12 in the game, and 7 of the 12 have come on their power play.
20-12 over 2 periods in favor of Detroit. Osgood out of the net, trying to knock one down. Detroit clearing it down the ice. Don't forget, Ciccarelli off at the dying part of the second period. He had 3:31 left and 2 minors to start this third. So he's still in the box. Colorado on the power play. Sakic gave it up to Yzerman, and he shoots it down the ice. Ciccarelli went off at 19:31. 2 for high sticking, 2 for unsportsmanlike. Colorado a chance to open up a decent lead. Come in. Detmarsh heading for the net. Sweeps it back. Kucherov couldn't handle a pass. He had to turn on the backhand. Detmarsh and Young. Detroit will pick it up, and Yzerman will skate out with it. Down the center. Killing plenty of time. Going on. Oh, and he came close on that short side. A good rush by Steve Yzerman. Nearly scored. Detroit trying to kill off these penalties against Ciccarelli. Colorado changing. They have to come all the way back. We're on the second minor to Ciccarelli now. Minute 50 left on it. Kamensky going over the line. Ricci heading for the net. Ricci takes it back at the goal and takes a pretty good hit back there. Forsberg. Into Ricci again. Out front it comes. His shot. Blocked by Osgood. And he hangs on. Pretty good work by Colorado to whip it around in front, and a good scoring chance.
Well, some of the top scorers in this game are having an awful time by Yzerman. Watch what he does with the puck when he gets partway around Kucherov. Gets the puck into the middle and then tries to beat Kucherov without the puck. And he nearly did.
Just missed the pipe on the short side. Still 2-1, Colorado. The second penalty to Ciccarelli is winding down. 1:25 left on it. Ozolinsh trying to get free. He can't beat Fedorov in the skate race. Not many can. Avalanche dump it in. Osgood coming out of the net. Backhanding into the corner. Avalanche were in. Forsberg stopped it, but it's grabbed by Detroit. Cleared out. Again, Yzerman. Coming in with another shot. Testing wide. He hoped to. Did not get it on the target, but he has it back to the net. Flipped it out in front. Colorado having a tough time with Yzerman, who's off again now. As they change. Sakic turns it back in. That's away wide of the net. And poor Osgood this time shot it all the way down the ice. Penalty winding down. Only 25 seconds left on it. Again, Osgood out. Lost it. Draper fell. Avalanche keep it in. No centering pass yet, but back at the line. Kucherov getting set. Gives it to Krug. His shot scores! Ewing Krug! 3-1. Avalanche.
The point that Osgood has not seen yet. The Red Wings had 2 chances to get it out. One, Osgood two right here, but they can't. And Kucherov gets it over to Krupp after faking the shot, and you can see what I mean by the fact Osgood couldn't possibly see the shot. 7 seconds left. Cicerelli's double minor when that puck went in.
Yui Krupp scoring a power play goal for Colorado. Kucherov and Deadmarsh assisting on that big goal for the Avalanche. 3:25 the time of the goal. It gives Colorado a 3-1 lead as we near the 4-minute mark of the third period. Colorado trying to take a 3-1 lead in the series. Game 5 is scheduled for Monday at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. Avalanche coming on the attack again. Kamensky ridden into the boards and can't move too far. Marianov's pass. Open wing. Nobody on it. Red Wings were changing. So they'll have to come back again. Icing call this time against Colorado, so they'll bring it all the way back down the ice.
Ricci won't get an assist on this goal, but he probably should. As you can see, he and Rene Corbet are right in front of Osgood. Ramsey is faced with two guys to take out here. Impossible assignment. The shot gets through and goes in.
A huge goal for Colorado in this third period. And there's the guy who scored the third one, Yui Krupp. Shoots it in this time for Clem. He's carried in on the boards behind the net. Trying to work it loose. Clem doing a pretty good job against 3 Red Wings. Fedorov was forced to go back again. He gets in position to take the pass. Up to Yzerman. Down the wing. That would have been offside had it been played by Johnson. Didn't play it. He goes right on. And Eriksson dropped it for Yzerman. Stick handling through center again. Draper gets the shot. Kicked away by Waugh. Sharp save by Patrick Waugh with a right pass. Kucherov takes his man. Can he hold him? No, he cannot. Because it's Yzerman. And not many can. But it's fired away to center. Almost a 2-on-1 setup with Sakic going after it. Ricci was with him. Bergevin turning back for the Red Wings. Intercepted by Forsberg. Sweeping back. Stopped by Ramsey. Out comes Draper. Ahead to Primo. That shot is blocked by Waugh. Every time he makes a save now, it doesn't matter where the puck comes from. The crowd roars. Detroit covering is Konstantinov. 6 minutes into the third period. Back in. Hardy can't get it on the net. Deadmarsh hooked it on the glass and got it out. And Konstantinov and Fetisov from center. That'll miss the goal. Red Wings move up on it though. Cicerelli trying to shot from a sharp angle. Waugh hugging the post, no problem with it. Back for Kamensky. Faking the shot. And that was enough to put Deadmarsh ahead of him. The offside was called. And loving what they're seeing. Colorado leading Detroit 2-1 in the series and leading this game 3-1. Game 5 scheduled for Detroit. Monday, 7:30 Eastern. Hockey Night in Canada on CBC will of course be there. I know you will too. Tipped at center by Kozlov and moving up. Coming to the net. Can't get loose from his check. Deadmarsh got back and just was happy enough to get it out. Fetisov circles. Pass across center. Brown was stopped, but Taylor moves up and got a shot on the net. And the crowd applauds again as Patrick Waugh makes another routine save and falls on it.
It's like having
playoff power play goals. And Joe Sakic with his 15th of these playoffs is only 4 behind Reggie Leach and Jari Kurri for the most goals in the series.
Cicerelli has the only Red Wing to be able to get a goal tonight. And they need some, at least two. Colorado, though, is attacking. 3-1 the score, nearing the 8-minute mark of the third period. Avalanche trying to fight off the Red Wings. Taylor gets it out over the line. Lidstrom, the defenseman, joins in. And it's Fedorov coming in there. Fedorov doing pretty good work inside the line. But he saw a shot. That is blocked. And Lefebvre will take his time before moving it out over the line and then dumping it down the ice. Two teams are changing. As Larionov is up there to take the lead pass. Bump by Kamensky. Foot given a bump, but move the puck away from the danger area. And Kamensky backhands it all the way down. Detroit will find the checking heavy going now. Forsberg deflected that one and went over the boards at the Colorado bench.
4 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals, 3 5-on-5 goals for the Red Wings. Not good enough to win this series.
Foot shoots the puck in from center ice. Kamensky moving up on it. 3 Detroit players had to go over to get the puck away from him. Yzerman up to Larionov, and Primo gets ahead of him. Fetisov joins the rush. Stopped at the line. A drive from the blue line and stopped by Waugh. And they stand up cheering again at the Big Nichols Sports Arena.
Opportunities and only 14 shots. The slash on the arm of Fetisov.
That's Waugh. They're cheering. He's going to be tested again. Ramsey's shot. Big rebound that time. Cleared away quickly by Colorado. Yzerman trapped it at the blue line and kept it in. Ramsey again. Doesn't reach the net this time. Larionov takes it. Young takes him. And out comes Sakic. He shot it before he hit center, wanting to get off. Larionov coming in. He and Yzerman back to the line it goes. Long shot. Wall will stop that. 10:45 remaining in the third period. The Avalanche are leading the Detroit Red Wings 3-1.
A passionate, much more intense game tonight than they did in game on Thursday night.
Face off to the left of Waugh. Detroit win the draw. Another long shot. McCarty took a whack at it. Lefebvre stopped that. Penalty coming up against Detroit, I think. Big scramble for the puck, and we'll wait now as the referee, Andy Van Helleman, is making a sign. Might be a Colorado player now, and it is. Troop is the guilty party, and the cross-check has been charged.
Colorado defensemen have been much more physical in front of the net with the increased number of Red Wings going to the front of the net. They did a much better job so far tonight than they did in the 6-goal against Thursday night game. But when you play aggressively in front of the net, you take some penalties, as Dewey Krupp did. But I'm sure the coach, Mark Crawford, says we'll take those kinds of penalties. Kinds that come out of good, tough play. Let's not take any of those lousy retaliatory penalties or offensive zone penalties.
Detroit 1 for 4 in the power play in the hockey game. That was the Cicerelli power play goal we talked about a few minutes ago. He's on the ice again for Detroit as they work it around outside. Looking to cut the 2-goal lead. The shot missed to death. Lidstrom hooked a pass in that got away from Larionov. Adam Foote doing great work for Colorado. It's around the net for Yzerman. Backs off into the corner. Out to Lidstrom. Along the line with a shot from there. And that's blocked. Doesn't reach the net. Gusarov hooking it away too high, which will mean the face-off will come back inside the Colorado line. Faceoff is just inside the line and won by Colorado and cleared immediately. Under 10 minutes left in the third period. Colorado Avalanche 3, Detroit Red Wings 1. Power play Detroit. Another minute 14 left on it. Wow, what a move by Fedorov. Weaves his way to the far side to get it in deep. Forsberg with a chance to clear. He does. Lidstrom coughed it up, but nobody could move on it. Clem stopped Lidstrom near center. Now Lidstrom from Cicerelli. Coming back out up to Kozlov. High shot over the net. Kucherov moving on the boards against Cicerelli. Cicerelli kicks it loose. Kucherov trying to play it. And it's outside the line again. Falling for it was Yell. Trying to set up Forsberg. Backhand Detroit. And it's intercepted by Stefan Yell. And cleared again. 25 seconds left in the Huey Crew penalty. Detroit trying to solve the penalty killing of Colorado. Fired again. Stopped by Primo to Fetisov, and his shot blocked. And cleared out and down the ice. Konstantinov has to hurry back. It's Scott Young behind him. The penalty has been killed off. Colorado at full strength again. Locked back of the net. No icing. Good hustle by the Red Wings to keep it in. Draper trying to backhander. Came through the crease after that. And nobody near it. Now shot down for an icing. The Bergevin coming back. We have 8:05 left to play in the third period. It's still 3-1 Colorado.
It's nice to see those old Quebec Nordique uniforms. 1 year ago today, for $75 million, the deal was finalized that brought the Quebec Nordique to Denver. A bitter blow for Canadian fans in the province of Quebec, but a complete joy for the sports fans in Colorado.
And there are a lot of them in Colorado. You mentioned 50,000 in the baseball game tonight. 16,000, that's all they can get in here. They'd get 50 here if they had room. This hockey team has really grabbed the town by storm. The Avalanche. And they're leading Detroit 3-1 with 7:50 left in the third period. And more importantly, 2-1 in the best-of-7 series. Up to the middle. They tried to thread one through for Draper, who can fly, as you know, but he couldn't handle that lead pass. McCarty went after it on the boards. Huey Krupp is there. McCarty gets away from him. Pulled Ricci, moving the other way. McCarty went after it again. Back to the goal. Ricci stopped him. All Avalanche back now, trying to protect Patrick Waugh. He was allowed just the one goal in the game. Detroit looking for more here. Lidstrom stopped by Ricci. Good play. Reached up high and then got to center. Tried to flip it in. It's off the stick of Lidstrom. Larionov shoots it in from center and back. Kucherov. Kucherov again. Put it by Yzerman up on the boards. And the Avalanche get it out. 2-on-1. Clem is open. And the pass doesn't reach him. He and Yell went in together, and Yell tried to feed it over for Clem. Back out for Detroit now. Larionov leaving it. Yzerman put it back in for Fetisov. He nearly got through. Nearly. That's been the story for Detroit. 6:20 left. Third period. Avalanche 3, Red Wings 1. Detroit pulling out all the stops and getting caught in the center ice area again. Marsh off the blocker of Osgood. 4 Red Wings are on this rush. Led by Fedorov. In it goes.
missed on this. He made a blocker stop, and the Red Wings jumped away in a three-man rush. And here's the end of it. A lovely little pass right over here by Fedorov. He goes to the net. Brown's trailing, kicks the puck up to a stick, and puts it in on the short side off the post and beats Patrick Waugh, who went down early. But when you bank it off the post, it's a perfect shot. 5:58 to go. 3-2 Avalanche. There's breath among the wings.
14:02, the time of the goal. Brown second of the playoffs. Fedorov on the great rush. And Johnson also gets an assist. 3-2 now. Colorado sitting back. They need to be careful. Out of the net is Osgood, seeing two Avalanche come in there. Red Wings are fighting back with 5:30 left in the third. This is Lidstrom coming to center. A nice pass through to Cicerelli. He is tied up. Forsberg had it covered. Marsh moving on the puck. Sakic nearly picked it up. Yes, he did. Haul it in. Oh! He can't find the handle in front of the net. What a setup that was by Sakic. Looked like he lost it, but somehow got it back. And a perfect pass. No goal. Keane backhands it out of the zone and down the ice. And short Keane is on in a checking roll. Found himself, though, set up in front all alone. And the puck was rolling on him. 5 minutes remaining. Third period. 3-2 Avalanche. The Bay brings it out. Left it for Yell to shoot in. And Detroit. Primo. Pass in front of the net to Fedorov, and he got it up to center ice. Johnson comes in and lost it on that play. Once again, John Clem put it in deep. Ramsey turning back. End to end now. Detroit trying to tie the game. Primo falls. And Gusarov shot it off the boards and out to center again. Draper has to wait. Okay, now he plays it in. Primo can't handle it. Primo again takes the pass. Tied up on the boards by Gusarov. He's been great defensively for Colorado tonight. Gusarov chasing Primo again and hitting him back of the goal. It is centered, and Forsberg is there. He stumbled after taking a hit from Draper. The puck is lifted down the ice. Under 4 minutes left in the third. They change quickly now. Avalanche 3, Detroit 2. Red Wings fighting back. We're down 2 goals. Brown has scored here at 14:02. Now 1 goal lead now for Colorado. And the fans tuning up for the wind down. Oh, a long way to go yet with these Red Wings. You now know how explosive they can be. Only 3 minutes left, however, in the third period. Post-checking now by Colorado. The Red Wings move it to Larionov. Set up. And Waugh makes a big save. Back out for Young. Coming in with a drive. Osgood stopped that one. The two teams continue to change. End-to-end action. Great save on the last rush by Detroit by Patrick Waugh. 2:30 left in the third. Waugh stopping the long one, leaving it for Foot. Back to the goal. Cicerelli watching him move it out. It'll go all the way down the ice. It'll miss the net. And it'll be an icing call against Colorado. 2:19 left in regulation. Don't worry, Scotty Bowman will have the big guns working the rest of this game.
Well, Taylor gets a great chance right here on a lovely pass from Larionov, but he can't put it by Patrick Waugh. And that has been the story too often for the Red Wings tonight.
And Detroit send out Fedorov, Cicerelli, Brown, who has scored the goal to get him close. Lidstrom and Konstantinov are the 2 defensemen, and Steve Yzerman is getting ready to come back out. He's been working a lot tonight. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left in regulation. Puck is kicked loose on the draw. Red Wings have it. Out front it comes. Konstantinov's shot is blocked. They keep it in, though. Red Wings fighting to tie it now. On the boards, Konstantinov was backing up, and he couldn't handle it when it did come down. So, the Avalanche are in there. Yells high, rocket off the glass and back out. Now Lidstrom. Minute 50 left. Into Cicerelli from Fedorov. That doesn't work. Lidstrom. Razorman on the ice. Checking his man. Eriksson, the rookie. Laid it up on the right side and in deep. Lefebvre won't waste any time. He'll try to shoot it out. Avalanche get on it. Sakic takes a look around. Sakic's shot went too high with that one. And the Red Wings will steam the other way. With a minute 15 left in regulation time, Lidstrom is coming up. Under the net is Osgood. Shot in wide. Big rebound. They have the 6 attackers on now. And the puck is cleared to the line, not out. Kept in there by Petizov. Centered in the crease area. Raw down. And he finds it. Up the mid down before Johnson could get a stick on it. Exactly 1 minute left in regulation time. Chris Osgood is on the Detroit bench.
And after the scrum in front of the net, we have 4 or 5 players who are involved.
The net is empty. Don't go away. Chris Osgood on the bench. Scotty Bowman is resting the big boys.
A little trouble after the last stoppage when the Red Wings were all around the net, couldn't find the puck. No penalties. Barry Smith is diagramming an offensive zone face-off play with the extra man, and Mark Crawford is doing the same thing on his bench for a defensive zone face-off play. You can bet Crawford is saying, we have to have a plan if we lose the draw. And Bowman is saying, we have 2 plans. One if we win the draw, and one if they win it. They've done this in practice. They're just being reminded of it now.
Series. But first they have to tie this game. That they're going to try to do. With the netminder on the bench, Osgood. And the 6th attackers on for the Red Wings. Larionov, Yzerman, Fedorov, Cicerelli, McCarty, and Lidstrom. The only defenseman on there. Comes immediately to Fedorov, and he can't stop it. They'll have to move in a hurry now. 50 seconds left. Pass intercepted at center. Empty net, remember. The backhander doesn't get too far. Yell tried to hit the empty net. 38 seconds. Larionov jumping in there as Yzerman. Cutting for the net. Banks it off the boards. It's going to be cleared by Forsberg. He's out. He wants to go. But he won't get it. He's nailed. Detroit. 21 seconds left. They try to move it in. Larionov again dropping it back. Lidstrom hooked it ahead. 14 seconds. In front, shot. That's blocked. Forsberg again. 3 seconds. Goal. Empty net goal. 4-2. Colorado wins it. 1.4 seconds remaining. Wow. Story. Forsberg, he did great work inside his own blue line. Got it out twice. Second time had the shot at the empty net and scored. It'll be unassisted. 1958, the official time. And the official story is that the Colorado Avalanche are one win away from a visit to the Stanley Cup final. Final shots 32-17 for Detroit. It didn't work. This place is a happy place for the Colorado